New body cam video obtained by Fox News Digital shows state police questioning former Letcher County Sheriff Sean Mickey Stines just minutes after he allegedly shot and killed District Judge Kevin Mullins in his chambers.
Y'all, come on now, don't kill me.
Don't worry about that.
Don't punish me, let's be fair.
Nobody's gonna lay a finger on you, I promise that.
Don't shoot me.
In the new footage, Stines can be seen looking paranoid and scanning for threats. He insisted someone was trying to kill him and asked multiple times for officers to be fair to him. During the police questioning, Stines asked to be jailed in Letcher County, mere steps away from the courthouse, rather than risk being transported to another facility, telling police, quote, "I leave this building, I won't take another breath."
So listen, do you want to tell us what happened? That's up to you. I'm not trying to force you. It's up to you if you want to tell us what happened. I mean, like I said, something led up to this. It just didn't happen. We would just like to know why it transpired this way. If you don't want to, that's up to you.
No.
Okay.
You're not gonna kill me, ain't you?
No.
Stines is accused of shooting Letcher County Judge Kevin Mullins in his chamber in September of last year. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges.
Greetings and salutations, friends. Today's reading, as you can tell from the thumbnail, is going to be on the big mess in Letcher County, Kentucky, of the sheriff taking the judge out in his own chambers. Now, this kind of is a little bit close to home. That's not my hometown, but I have lived in the area, so I do know some of these people, or know of some of these people. That's a better way to put it. And I don't know about whatever town you're from, but in these small coal mining haulers, corruption runs rampant. And who's going to police the police, honestly? So these rumors that is being set out that there was some trafficking going on, things going on in the judge's chambers for favors, does not surprise me in the least. So I do, however, feel like the whole story is not out there, and there's got to be a really good reason why this sheriff felt like that doing what he did to this judge in his own chambers was the best move to make, knowing what the consequences was going to be. So I feel like there's a lot that's not being told here. So I've got 10 questions here, and we'll see what kind of answers the cards give and where it leads us here. All right, Mickey Stines. I know it sounds bad, you shouldn't talk ill of the dead, but why does that judge look like a Who's It from Whoville? Once you see it, you just can't see it. All right. Now, there's a lot to this case. So it would take too long to sit and break down all the things that I've seen on the News Nation and stuff. So I'm just going to go by the biggest questions that we have that I think will give us the best answers to plug these pieces of this puzzle together. I'm going to start out with the sleep deprivation. What's the significance of that? Was that real or was that planned? Okay. What was Mickey's state of mind at the time of the unaliving? I hate having to censor words. I think that's ridiculous. We're all adults here. Okay. Number 3. What, if any, is Mickey Stines' deputy's connection, the deposition he had to give to this case? Is there a connection? And if there is, what is this connection? Were his wife and daughter truly threatened? Is this real, or was this something that he used as a excuse or an alibi or motive? I guess you could say. No, alibi. What is Mickey Stines' daughter's connection or role in this whole situation? Okay. Why was Mickey's daughter's number in the judge's phone? Furthermore, why did the daughter only answer for the judge's number and not her father's? Okay. Events that led up to the unaliving. Mickey's true motive for doing what he did to the judge. And last but not least, his behavior after being arrested. Okay, starting with the first question, which was the significance of the sleep deprivation, whether or not this was something that he really had or whether it was planned. And I've got the Nine of Wands for that. And the Nine of Wands shows a test of faith. It's being exhausted and burnt out. It shows you defending yourself, persevering, and exhibiting stamina. Guarding boundaries. This is your last stand and your final push of resilience. I don't feel like that was planned. I feel like he truly did have so much going on and things that were going through his mind that he couldn't sleep. I mean, things that just, in this corrupt world, if you're not built for it or not cut out for it, you're going to see some things that's going to keep you from sleeping. And I'm quite sure, and I feel like that this is where this sheriff was, what kind of mindset he was at with his sleep deprivation. But just to be sure, let's see, what's the cause of the sleep deprivation? Four of coins in the reverse. That's security. This card warns of becoming fixated on earthly wealth and prosperity. I don't think that he was down with the whole corruption and all that stuff. I really don't. I feel like that was the downfall. He didn't play ball like everybody else did. That's probably why they were telling him to shut his mouth and not say anything. The next question, his state of mind at the time of the unaliving, and then we've got the Eight of Knives. That's self-imposed restrictions. It's telling you that your mindset is it's time to face what you've been avoiding, which is your fears and truths, and it's a means to an end as in freedom. So I feel like that whatever, this judge is probably the head of the snake, I would say, and taking him out would be that little piece of freedom. I don't think he really thought past that. I think it was really more of an emotional adrenaline rush, if that makes sense. The connection to this case, when it comes to Mickey's deputy in that deposition, and we've got the Nine of Baskets reversed. This shows someone who's unfulfilled, overindulging, gluttony, excessive pride, and a front to impress others. I feel like that this, was this whole mindset with this deputy when he was trading favors for favors. So let's clarify that. The Hierophant. So on the Hierophant, it is belief in traditional core values. Now, these are rooted in usually structures and institutions, are influenced by your organized religions. I would be willing to bet that this sheriff probably went to church on Sundays. I think he really tried to be an upstanding member of the law, because this card also holds the meaning for authority and strict lifestyle commitments. I think that his mindset was exactly where it should be whenever you take an oath to protect and serve the community and the public. I think that he really was going by the book and that strict lifestyle commitment. And nobody else was. I mean, you're in a small town, and there's more against you than for you. Even if you are a sheriff, I mean, you're not going to win in the end. So when it comes to his wife and daughter, if they were truly threatened, look at a Son of Wands. That's a card that calls to take a risk. It's being fearless, looking for solutions and healing. Yeah, I think they were truly threatened. I think they said, we're going to do something to your wife and daughter if you get on that stand and talk and reveal exactly what's going on back here in the judge's chambers. The daughter's connection or role to this case, while she's involved in this, and Ada Basket's reversed. That shows her making regrettable choices and avoiding responsibilities. So this is, like the old saying, the daughter of a preacher is wild. I think it's the daughter of the sheriff. I think she's got herself mixed up in this lifestyle, and that's what's caused him to lose his mind. But let's just clarify about that. Did his daughter have a drug problem? Because I feel like this may be it. Father of coins. Now, the father of coins shows scamming, materialism, and corruption. Oh, yeah, this little girl was just bitter and mad at her dad. He's probably told her no on something. That's the type we're talking about. So, why was the daughter's number in the judge's phone to begin with? There's a 4 of baskets reverse that shows withdrawal and rejection of help. Like I said, I believe she's got a drug problem. Also, just to clarify that. The Lovers card. And the Lovers is, first and foremost, a yes card. So, yeah, I'm showing yes, a drug problem. But it's also a card of relationships, shared values, and opportunities. Long story short, they had the judge and their whole little running team had the drugs or whatever it was that she was seeking. So it was a shared values and opportunities. So there's a relationship there because somebody was doing something for somebody for something that they wanted. Now, the next question that we have here is why did the daughter only answer her phone from the judge's number and not her father's? And there's a father of knives reverse that shows dishonesty, being opinionated, and hungry for power no matter the cost. Yeah, this is just a little, I don't know this to be a fact. Like, I know of these people. I don't know them personally. But I'd be willing to bet that she's probably an only child. And her daddy has told her no. Or told her she can't do this or hang out here or whatever. And she's rebelled and bucked up against him. So when it comes to the events that led up to this, we got the Magician reverse that shows poor planning, manipulation, greed, trickery, a lack of clarity, deceitfulness, lying, cheating, and traitors. I don't feel like that. I did it first, but before I done this read is kind of telling me otherwise. I thought at first that this sheriff has been in law enforcement or some branch of it, as far as either the judicial or the criminal aspect of it. Ever since he was able to hold a job, I kind of felt like at first maybe he had studied all this and he's just put together the perfect plan. But now it looks like here's this poor planning. This wasn't planned. It's just something that just that emotional rush there just popped off. When it comes to your kids, I mean that's very understandable. Now, the true motive is star reverse. That's despair and disconnection. I think he was backwards against the wall. He was the only one fighting the good fight. And this was his only way out, cutting the head off the snake. Now, when it comes to his behavior after being arrested on a body cam, I get the Ace of Coins reversed. Now, this is bad investments, greed, and materialism. Now, I feel like that the things that he was saying was like, be fair to me, who's waiting on me to kill me, you're going to pull off the side of the road on transport and let somebody shoot me. I think he was telling something or revealing something that's happened or the way that they took care of something, and he definitely was probably witness to but did not agree with. And furthermore, for that, I feel like that, I don't know why, but it just kind of crossed my mind. I didn't even think to ask this, but I feel like the wife, it was said that he had been asked to leave the home, that there was marital issues that was just due to his sleep deprivation. Now, I'm going to call bullshit on that. I feel like the wife, now because this has not been mentioned or not even been touched on, but for some reason I feel like the wife was already romantically involved with somebody else, and that this person is either law enforcement themselves or part of the judicial system themselves. It was a fellow brother in blue, especially with the Lovers card coming up. That just leaves me with a whole lot more questions. Like, I mean, I really want to know what was discussed in them chambers before that gun got pulled out. What was said, because the judge, his facial expression and his demeanor doesn't change to me at all, except for when he's like crawling around on the floor and he knows he's going to get shot. That's about the only time that I see a change in his demeanor, his facial expressions, his body language. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we don't have no voice for that, but I don't know about no tone of voice being raised. But it does not look like any type of altercation to me. I don't see no altercation in that video. I just don't. That's not how good old Southern boys altercate. Trust me, believe it or not. So I guess this just leads the way for reading number 2.